The film opens with a young boy's voice. This is a strange story, and very few people know it. It happened in my city 2 years ago, but you won't read it in the news. The police and powerful people covered it up. He says locals will confirm every word. The events began at Mabel Elementary School on what seemed like a normal Wednesday. All classrooms were full, except Miss Candy's. Only one boy, Alex Lilly, was present. The rest of her students had vanished. The night before, at 2:17 a.m., they had all risen from bed, walked out into the night, and disappeared. Cameras caught them leaving, but no one knew where they went. Police questioned Alex and Miss Candy, but neither had answers. The school closed for a month before reopening with a tense community meeting. At the meeting, Miss Candy sits quietly until a parent demands to know why her class was the only one affected and why only Alex remained. When she insists she's innocent, the room turns hostile, and the principal leads her out. Soon after, she gets a threatening phone call and later finds which scrawled on her car. The principal tells her to stay quiet and avoid Alex, but she can't shake her suspicions. She visits Alex's home, finding the windows covered in newspaper and glimpsing 2 unsettling figures inside. That night she dreams of her class in darkness, the missing children slumped at their desks, Alex staring back with a disturbing expression. The next day, she tries to speak with him, but his guarded responses only deepen her unease. While watching his house from her car she falls asleep, and a strange woman slips in to cut a lock of her hair. Archer, the father of one of the missing boys, refuses to wait for police answers. An engineer by trade, he has taken it upon himself to investigate. He studies security footage showing his son running toward the forest in the dead of night. The police brush him off, claiming they're handling it, but he accuses them of ignoring Miss Candy's questionable past, a traffic violation and dismissal from a previous school. They tell him to stay away from her. Reviewing the footage repeatedly, Archer notices small details, such as the spacing of tiles in the sidewalk, that allow him to map out where the children ran. The trail points directly to a specific house. When he tries to warn Miss Candy, she refuses to talk to him. Suddenly, the school principal appears, sprinting in the exact unnatural way the missing children were seen running. He attacks Justine, and Archer fights to protect her. The man's behavior is feral, almost as if he's under some kind of influence. Paul, a local officer and Justine's former boyfriend, has his own troubles. His wife is away on a trip, warning him to avoid alcohol for health reasons. But when Justine reaches out, they meet at a bar. One drink turns into too many and the night ends with him cheating on his wife. The next day, Paul encounters the same scruffy young man Miss Candy ignored earlier, James. Chasing him down for suspicious behavior, Paul searches him and gets cut by something sharp. Aware the incident was recorded, he tells James to leave, before they both get in trouble. James is a petty thief desperate for money to pay rent. One night, he breaks into a parked car and steals a child's belongings. Later, he slips into a house, Alex's house, through an upstairs window. Inside, he's startled to find 2 adults sitting perfectly still, expressionless. In the basement, James discovers the missing children alive, but imprisoned. Fleeing in shock, he sees a reward notice offering $50,000 for information. He heads to the police station, unintentionally drawing Paul's attention and triggering a chase. Marcus, the school principal, receives an unexpected visit from a strange woman named Gladys, claiming to be Alex's aunt. She says she moved in to care for Alex's parents, who are gravely ill with tuberculosis. Later, she appears at Marcus's home, asking for water, and while inside, performs a bizarre ritual, stealing a lock of his roommate's hair and using it in some sort of magic. Whatever she does twists Marcus's mind, turning him violent and uncontrollable. This explains his earlier attack on Justine. In Alex's own story, we see how Aunt Gladys arrived unexpectedly, after years away. At first, his family seemed normal, but soon his parents began acting cold and robotic. One night, Gladys showed Alex her magic, forcing his parents to stab themselves with forks, then stopping them, warning him to keep her secrets or watch them die. Later, she convinced him that collecting something from each classmate's home would heal his parents. Since he resented his bullies, Alex complied, stealing drawings during gym class. At 2:17 a.m., Gladys used them in a ritual that compelled the children to leave their homes and come to her. Alex cared for both his bewitched parents and the imprisoned children. But when Gladys decided to move, Alex made a choice using her own magic against her. During a violent showdown involving Archer, Justine, Paul, James, and the children, Alex's quick thinking turned the captives against the witch. Gladys was ultimately destroyed, though many children were left traumatized. Alex's parents never fully recovered, and some children remained mute for a year afterward. The narrator closes by revealing Gladys's true motive. She was terminally ill and sought to prolong her youth by draining the vitality of children. The truth of that night remained hidden from the wider world, known only to those who lived through it and to the boy who told the story. And that's the chilling tale of Mabel Elementary's vanished children. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more eerie movie breakdowns, and let me know in the comments where you're watching from. Until next time, stay curious, and maybe keep an eye on your clock at 2:17 a.m.